The Expert Edge for Unibet with Russell Barwick and Kane Corns.
Well, the opening week of the finals kicks off on Thursday night at the MCG, and what a week it's going to be of finals football. First round of the AFL finals. Kane Corns joining myself, Russell Barwick, for the Unibet Expert Edge. And Kane, let's take a look at the Tigers v the Hawks, 1v4.
Yeah, it's going to be massive, Russ. Can't wait for this one at the MCG where Richmond plays so well. They've actually won each of its last 4 matches at the MCG by a margin of 1-39 points. So could be some value there for the Tigers. For Hawthorn, they've got a star-studded forward line including Luke Breust and Jack Gunston. That man Breust was an All-Australian last week. He's kicked 3 or more goals in 3 of Hawthorn's last 4 matches as an underdog at the MCG. So he likes it there. You might want to put some money on him, but I just think the Tigers are going to be too strong at the MCG.
Friday night's game, another blockbuster at the MCG and another full house. The Demons hosting the Cats.
Yeah, another huge one. Loser goes home. A lot of pressure on both sides. One of the stars in the Demons midfield is Clayton Oliver. He's had 30-plus disposals in 5 of Melbourne's last 6 night matches. He loves it under the lights at the MCG. Look for him to get plenty of it. And the other star from the other side is a first-year player called Tim Kelly, and he's had 30-plus disposals in 4 of Geelong's last 5 night matches in Melbourne. So those two will get plenty of the footy. I'm struggling to split this game. I'm going to go Geelong in a really close one.
And the 2 Saturday games kick off with the All-Sydney Derby. They have met before in a semi-final. The Swans were beaten that time, but at home at the SCG, they seemingly have the wood on the Giants.
Yeah, they do. They've actually won their last 3 against the Giants, the Swans. So each of those have been by a margin of between 1 and 39 points. This one's at the SCG, so it gives them a slight advantage. Stephen Cornelio's been a star for the Giants, though. He's recorded 30-plus disposals in 3 of the Giants' last 4 matches as an underdog. They got some players coming back, the Giants, including Toby Green and also Zach Williams for his first game of the year. And I think it's going to be enough to get them over the line against Sydney, who haven't been great at home this year.
And our final game of week 1 of the finals is, of course, the Eagles hosting the Magpies. And haven't these two teams been in rare form over the last month and a half?
Well, each of the last 7 Saturday matches at Optus Stadium have been won by the favourites for us, so it's so hard to go past the Eagles. They play this ground so well. If Collingwood are going to cause an upset, it's going to be their midfield that has to get it done, led by their star ruckman, the All-Australian Brodie Grundy, and still Sidebottom, who has had 30-plus disposals in each of Collingwood's last 4 matches as an underdog, following a win, if you can get your head around that. But it's not going to matter. I think the Eagles do it comfortably.
Okay, let's take a look at our tips for week 1 of the finals series. We both agree on Richmond. We differ on Melbourne and Geelong, and also Sydney versus GWS, and even the last one as well. We differ on the Magpies and the West Coast Eagles. But let's have a look at Kane's Unibet specials. He likes Jack Riewoldt to kick 3 goals, the Tigers to win 1-39 in that game. In the other game, he also likes Kelly to have 30 or more disposals and the Cats to win the final term against Melbourne. GWS to win that second quarter and Steve Cornelio to have 30 or more disposals. And in the final game, Cripps to kick 3 goals and the Eagles to win their way past and get themselves another week off. That'll do it for this week's Unibet Expert Edge. Don't forget the website unibet.com.au. Download the app and gamble responsibly.
The Expert Edge for Unibet with Russell Barwick and Kane Corns.